The 23rd Olympiad, the Paris Olympics, are finally here, and I'm in full Olympics mode. I've made sure I've got all of the relevant subscriptions so I can watch as much of the table tennis as possible. So last night was the opening ceremony, and as always with Olympics opening ceremonies, they're normally slightly too long. This one was over 4 hours long. Normally lots of silliness, lots of pretentiousness, and normally too much interpretive modern dance. I don't really get it. But saying all that, overall, I did really enjoy it. There were lots of talking points. It was probably the raunchiest Olympics opening ceremony in history. There were can-can dancers, there were models, there was Lady Gaga doing that sort of burlesque act. So lots of things for old people, right-wingers and Daily Mail readers to complain about. So that's a good thing. We saw Zinedine Zidane carrying the torch. We saw lots of him doing that. He looks absolutely fantastic. He is aging like a fine French wine. He did age a lot during his career though. So things seem to be going in the right direction for him. We saw Rafa Nadal. We saw Serena Williams on a boat. We saw obviously all of the teams come down the Seine on those barges. So that was a novel thing. We saw Marie Antoinette getting her head chopped off to heavy metal music. Very much enjoyed that. And we saw Celine Dion singing an Edith Piaf song from the Eiffel Tower. Really got me in the feels, got quite emotional watching that. And the Olympics cauldron, very novel, flying high above the Paris skyline in a hot air balloon. Now, knowing Parisians, I'm not sure it will last up there. There may well be a few Parisians planning to take some pot shots at it. There will be lots of security, of course. I hope they clamp down very hard on them. Anyways, from a table tennis perspective, we saw Ma Long as the flag bearer for the Chinese national team. Now that's a pair of hands I trust. Holding it there in a strong shake hands grip. We wouldn't trust a pen holder to carry the flag. It would all be weird. And Fan Zhendong was up there with him. He seems to be having the time of his life in Paris. We saw him pictured with Rafa Nadal and Alcaraz. We also saw Madagascar's Fabio Rakoto Arimanana carry the flag for his nation. Now, unfortunately, the TV coverage was probably a little bit rain affected, and we didn't actually get to see his face carrying the flag. We just heard it from the commentary team that was the case. Now, fantastic for him, the first Madagascan to compete in table tennis at the Olympics. Obviously, the rain did sort of dampen the mood. There was probably things that they wanted to do that they couldn't because of the rain. And the whole time I spent watching those dancers, and particularly that guy on the roof, in great trepidation, an absolute health and safety nightmare. Anyways, back to the table tennis. I think the players seem to be getting in the Olympic spirit. We've seen Felix Lebrun showing off his basketball skills. We're very lucky to have him in table tennis. He could probably take up any sport he wants. And today is the preliminary rounds in the men's and women's singles. We've got Iba Dior from Senegal, YouTuber, competing in the men's singles. Hopefully he can get through. We're going to back the YouTubers. Anders Lind as well, YouTuber, but he'll be in the round of 64. Hopefully Iba Dior can join him. We've got Ziying Zheng competing today. Tanya, as she's also known, from Chile, 57 years old, but she's not even the oldest competing in the table tennis this year. That would be Ni Jia Liang, who is 61 from Luxembourg. An incredible achievement. They were saying that she competed in the 1983 World Championships. Incredible longevity. Anyways, what am I hoping for from this Olympics? It will probably be, or likely to be, a Chinese clean sweep of the medals, but that will be a little bit boring. Now, just to be clear, that's no hate on China. They probably are the best players, but it would be a little bit boring if that does happen. In Tokyo, we had the Japanese team win the mixed doubles, and that was something for the home nation to get behind. Unfortunately, there were no crowds because of COVID in Tokyo. But this time, if we can see a French team go far, whether it's in the team events or in the singles, it would be absolutely fantastic for table tennis at the Olympics. The Olympics really is a showpiece event for table tennis. It's certainly how I first watched table tennis, or first watched professional table tennis. It may have been Athens 2004. I think. In another video, I said that Felix Lebrun has a small chance of actually winning in Paris. A lot of people came back to me and said, I'm absolutely mad and I know absolutely nothing about table tennis. And that's probably fair. I am just a guy on the internet. I'm no expert. I play very amateur table tennis in a local league. I know absolutely nothing in reality. Maybe that's just the romantic in me. Maybe I'm hoping he can go far. But it doesn't. Maybe if a French player doesn't go far, maybe a player from another nation, maybe just gets to the final, gives a reason for people to watch. Table tennis is going to be competing with all of these other sports at the Olympics, and people will tune into any sport, even if they know nothing about it, if there is some sort of story, some sort of emotional reason to watch it. That's the reason people got up at 3 a.m. to watch curling at the Winter Olympics. I can't remember what year it was, 2010 or something like that. Anyways, yeah, table tennis, it's kicking off. I'm going to be watching as much of it as I can, making videos here and there. I'll definitely be doing a review of the finals, giving my absolutely non-expert opinion. I'm just a fan. I like table tennis. So you're going to get my thoughts whether you wanted them or not.